I'd like to introduce the most important project in my portfolio, the living space based on color blindness. This project originated from a very interesting personal experience. My friend and I went to the art gallery to see an exhibition. By chance, we saw a work about color blindness. I asked him, "Can you see this color?" He said no. Then I asked him again, "Can you distinguish between the lemon yellow and light yellow?" He also said no. So I accidentally discovered that he had color weakness. This greatly aroused my research interest because I was very curious about the world in his eyes. Later, I often visited his home and found that there was some space design problems in his home. As time went by, so I came up with the idea of designing a living space for him. I used a combination of primary and secondary research during the research process. Not only I did consult a lot of information and papers on color weakness, I also personally designed an experiment for the project, the purpose of which was to quickly find out which colors he couldn't distinguish and lay the foundation for the subsequent design strategy. This experiment mainly used the control variable method to find out which colors he couldn't distinguish by changing the color. And in order to make the experimental results more accurate, this experiment also set up an experimental group and a control group. In addition to the color research, I also researched the space in his home and found the following problems. Firstly, the lack of sufficient lighting, which is not conducive to his color weakness. Secondly, as time goes by, the furniture gradually becomes old and there are exposed wears, which poses a safety hazard. Finally, lack of sufficient storage space, resulting in items being placed randomly and not conducive to walking. Based on the above research, I developed the following design strategies, including using high saturation color matching, using one color as the main color of the room, increasing storage space, and so forth. But the most important thing is to use different textures and materials. For instance, I divided different functional areas with various materials, such as light pink, latex paint for the living room, and blue tiles for the kitchen. In addition, I have enhanced the natural and artificial lighting in the current living space, allowing light to fill the entire space. From this perspective, people with color vision deficiency can easily distinguish color. To a large extent, these strategies help improve the visual experience for those who color weakness. In short, through this project, I fully thought about my responsibility as an interior designer, which lies in how to use interior design as a medium to help those minority groups in society who need to be helped. I have learned what human-centered design is, and I'll continue to study it as a topic during my postgraduate study. I chose GSA because I was interested in the course. In addition, the critical thinking and rich knowledge boundaries of GSA, these teaching concepts give me a lot of trial and error space to adapt my design to social needs. If I'm lucky to study at GSA, I'll devote myself to studying interior space centered on human senses and expand its research scope through interdisciplinary means.